Hello, I'm Denise James, and I earned a certificate in the pilot self-driving program, the first group, about 2 years ago. And the best thing I got out of this program is meeting people from all over the world, some amazing, smart people who helped me learn a lot and get through the program as quick as I did. I have a degree in electrical engineering, a bachelor's and a master's. When I graduated in 1984, software was not recognized the way it is today. So I chose electrical engineering because I believed the employers wanted to see a project, and I was correct in that. And they didn't really put a lot of credit on software. If you can't see it, the model was software can be done in a day and it's free. I worked in the automotive industry for decades. I worked at Ford Motor Company and powertrain control modules. So I got a chance to travel around the world at the plants, at the manufacturing plants, Brazil, Turin, Italy, and Switzerland. I also worked with Honda Research and Development Center. So I worked on Japanese cars, which is a challenge, the time difference and the language barriers, but I love working in a global environment because that's important to me and it's pretty exciting. I, I'm currently teaching two computer classes at a university, Python and Java. Python's pretty good as a first language, and you can use Python for machine learning and other applications. So the first project in self-driving cars, finding lane lines, and that was challenging for me. Even when I submitted my first project, it came back, and that kind of hurt me a bit. So I know how the students feel if their project is sent back. But now I know we should expect it's normal for your project to be sent back there, making your project world class. So something you can be proud of to put on GitHub or market yourself. And the reviewers, they really want you to excel well. They want you to market yourself outstandingly. So I would never take it personally if my project is sent back. So the first project, I remember spending a lot of time in the Slack channel with my cohorts, and I learned that even typing in a question into the channel and reading the question, I can answer half of my own questions. I would get the solution just by thinking about it. And something else I want to share with you about how to learn. I saw an online course is very popular on how to learn, and they recommend that you study for 50 minutes and take a 10-minute break. And I get this from my daughter, who's a doctor, and she used this to get her MD. She said she'll study for 50 minutes and take a 10-minute break. Well, I found this miracle cube, so I study for 45 minutes, and then I'll take a 10-minute break, and I'll repeat it 3 times because that's my limit. She can go a little bit further. She'll do it for 8 times and take a lunchtime break. But I do 3 times and then I'll take an hour and then I'll repeat it. Oh, and sometimes you can get stuck in your software programming, and it's best for me to, like, sometimes I have to take a whole day break, just walk away from the computer and start thinking about what I'm trying to actually do. And sometimes it's a lot easier than I was making it out to be. And I can be driving my car and I get the answer while I'm driving at a stoplight. And it's like, oh, that's what I'll do. I'm going to go back and do that. And then I come back and I try it and it works. And That's pretty amazing. That's another good thing about programming. So I was really afraid to do this video. So I almost didn't know what to do because I can't show slides because I don't have a camera on my computer. This is someone else's computer. So I just said I'll do a video without the slides. But I do have a GitHub account, and it's Denise James, Denise James. And feel free to look at my project one, and I updated it today because I just added more pictures. I didn't do any more coding. I made it look more um, pleasing to the eye. I took out some extra cells, but I didn't do any more coding because that wouldn't be fair. I still want to know what I looked at 2 years ago, and sometimes I look at it and I cringe. I'm like, oh, why did I do that? Well, that was what I knew at that time, and when I know better, I do better, and I know a lot better now, 2 years from now. And I hope I'm chosen to be a full-time mentor. I love teaching. I I'm a parent of two children, and both of my children love learning. My son's an economist, and he learns very quickly. When he was 3, I taught him his ABCs, and he told them back to me backwards, so I wouldn't teach him anymore. So he has a pretty short attention span. But my daughter, she can spend hours on something, but she does not pick up as quickly as he does. So I think I kind of like I'm more like my daughter. I have to spend a lot of time on something, but if it's something I enjoy, I can spend a lot of time on it. And I think that's important. You do something you like and something you enjoy, and of course, you have to make a living off of it. So, thank you for watching my video. Goodbye.